Hey, happy Friday to you, everybody. It's so good to have you for a Friday edition. The end of the work week is here, a Friday edition of 5 Minutes with Phil. And I'm so glad that you've chosen to join us here today. We're going to wrap this week up with a real simple verse, but it's not a simple truth. That's kind of the power of God's word, isn't it? I mean, you could see some of the most simple verses, but get so much out of them. And today's one of those days. And I want to share from the book of Hebrews with you today. And I want to talk about dependability. Dependability. Not whether you're dependable or not, but I want to talk about how dependable God is compared to everything else. Let me show you what I mean, okay? Look at the screen. We are at Hebrews chapter 13, verse 8. And very simply it says this: Jesus Christ is the same yesterday and today and forever. Now, we are a little over 1 year removed from the beginning of the pandemic, and you want to talk about change. Wow. I mean, everything changed. I joked about this in a recent Sunday sermon where before COVID, I could never walk into a bank with a mask on without getting in trouble. Now, I get in trouble if I walk into a bank without a mask. I mean, that's change, right? I mean, that's crazy. Our lives have changed. How we work, how we go to school, how we interact with people. Everything has changed. And if you're a person like me, I don't like change a lot. I kind of like things just staying the same. Things just kind of be, kind of being in order. Everything's good, but change is inevitable, isn't it? I mean, circumstances change, even without a pandemic. Circumstances change, people change, situations change, the culture changes all the time. Experts say that our culture changes every 2 or 3 years. Change. And that can make us a little bit uneasy a lot of times. And that's hard to deal with. But here's the truth, okay? The truth is that Jesus is the same yesterday, today, and forever. And he will never change. And what makes God so dependable is that I can always count on him to be the same person I've always known him to be. I could always count on him to be all that his word says that he is. I can always count on him to be the exact same person yesterday that I need him to be today. And I can count on him to be that same person in the future that I know he's always been. And see, that's good news. That's good news. Because if he loves me when I'm at my worst, he'll love me when I'm at my best. If he loved me when I was at my best, he'll love me when I was at my worst. If he's faithful before, he'll be faithful again. If he was my security before, he'll be my security again. And I want to encourage you as you go into the weekend this weekend, just to know that you can count on God to be the exact same that he's always been. He's not going to love you one day and not love you the other. He's not going to meet your needs one day, then decide, well, I'm not going to meet your needs now. That's not God. Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever. And so if you're worried, if you're wondering how God's going to respond or how he's going to be with you, then can you rest in the fact that the same God who showed you love, who showed you help, who gave you wisdom, who restored you and took care of you before, is the same God who is ready to do it again. And that is something you can count on today. All right. I love you. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a great weekend. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.